first and most logical question in the Ask a Herbalist series is, what is herbalism? After all, it would be difficult to answer questions about a subject without having clearly defined the topic. Defining herbalism is a difficult task and is not as simple as the standard dictionary reference, with even more difficulty in attempting to define it clearly. This is my humble attempt to expand upon the definition. Here are my two bits. Herbalism, as defined, is using plants as medicine, or more simply, plant medicine. As true as these statements are, they fail to contain the depth of what is herbalism. Herbalism is so much more than a word or a definition, or any intentional attempts to expand upon them. Will also fail to encapsulate the whole of what is herbalism, this attempt included. Herbalism is unique in practice and understanding, as an individual person is one from another, being influenced by worldviews, ideologies, belief systems, cultural and environmental influences, education, experience, etc. Herbalism is highly varied and individualized. Some herbalists are plug and play, offering this for that, and some are into exotic plants and fancy formulas. There are those like me into growing and foraging locally available plants to be prepared and shared in a holistic and personalized manner. Obviously, I'm biased. Some choose the lab-made extracts and isolated compounds over using plants directly. Herbalism is like a choice tea with various blends of physical and the metaphysical, myths and magic, science and sorcery, alchemy and astrology, everything in between and elsewhere. There is something for everyone, and the choice of a herbal practitioner is as important part of herbalism and is in fact a part of the medicine. Herbalism is often an expression of faith in a particular belief system or religion, with the use and preservation of knowledge and plants having occurred in monasteries and religious enclaves, as well as hospitals and care centers served by the compassionate and faithful. Herbalism as an industry is unregulated by the government except at a commercial level, and this has allowed for such diversity and individuality. In contrast to the monocropping, by-profit-driven modern medicine, herbalism might seem a bit like a psychedelic patchwork quilt of witch doctors and tree huggers. More accurately, herbalism is like a farmer's fence line, full of colorful flowering plants, grasses, shrubs, and trees, abundant and diverse, providing habitat, food, and medicine, all while being pushed to the margins by federal mandates, ever-expanding corporate tillage, and chemical agriculture. There is an idea within the herbalist community that the local, weedy, abundant, and tenacious plants are often the best medicine for what ails. In this case, herbalism is those weedy, abundant, and tenacious plants. Herbalism is the best medicine, naturally. This diversity, like in the natural world, is a proven strength, enabling resiliency and survivability. Herbalism is often holistic, as practitioners usually address not just the physical body of the individual, but also the emotional, spiritual, mental aspects of health as well. Herbalism is harmonious with our environment, at least it should be. Stewardship of the plants and people on the planet happens in a manner where the health of the individual is intimately tied to the health of the environment and the earth as a whole. Putting a plant species at risk to sell a product to improve the health of an individual is not good for the people, plants, or the planet, and it's just bad medicine. Like I mentioned, herbalism is so much more than a definition. Without going too deep, I will share a little bit about what herbalism is to me. I cannot even begin to describe all the ways our lives are impacted by plants. From the basic sustenance of life on this planet, foods, fuels, fibers, and pharmaceuticals, to offering a profound spiritual connection and relationship with the world around us. Herbalism has marked my calendar with ebbs and flows of sunrises and sunsets, seeding time and harvest. Like clockwork, the seasons unfold with spring shoots and fall fruits, and there is joy on the path when plants return annually, each in turn showcasing their new growth in colorful accents, striking poses like runway models. In fact, I get all excited just thinking about it. This relationship with the plants goes beyond what is visual. With a deep knowledge of their growth patterns and habitat, characteristics, energetics, and chemical constituents, the relationship develops and grows with time spent in each experience, every taste, each cup of tea, tincture tried, and in the sharing of it with others. Herbalism has offered a lifetime of inquiry for my ever curious mind, exploring, sampling, experimenting, studying, always in awe of what plants have to share. Herbalism and wildcrafting of herbs has provided much time of solitude and silence with offerings of thoughtful reflection and profound revelation. An example of what I mean is through the study and practice of herbalism that I have learned that healing begins before taking any medicine and that healing often hurts. These are two truths I will expand upon in a later lesson, but it's safe to say that the herbalism recognizes plants and nature as teachers that require keen observation due to their quiet disposition. Herbalism honors my mother, grandma, great-grandmothers, their wisdom, compassion, and love. Herbalism is an expression of my faith that I believe glorifies the Almighty One and provides meaningful service to others that is in harmony with nature. Herbalism has shown me that plants are the allies, the gifts for our good, and to be received with joy and thanksgiving. And I, as an ambassador, have the opportunity to introduce others to the wonder and power of plant medicine and to form relationships with their own plant ally members of the Herbal Alliance. Herbalism offers a connection to the people, plants, the whole world, and the creator of it. And from my time as a child has really permeated and oozed into all areas of my life, which are all the better for it. Well, that's it. There you have it, the long and the short of it. I could really go on all day, but with that said, I'd like to leave you with the big take-home point and finally answer the question at hand, clearly and concisely. What is herbalism, you ask? Herbalism is plant medicine. Beyond that, it's personal. Make it your own. Get the fight in you. Like, subscribe, follow, share, hug your neighbor. Leave your Ask a Herbalist questions in the comments. Cheers.